I'm Mike Cessario. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Liquid Death Mountain Water. For me, I think it was when I was working for Humanot, an agency down in Chattanooga, Tennessee, and we started doing some really fun work for the organic industry, which was, an industry that didn't typically do funny, irreverent marketing. It was all, sunsets over family farms and family farm stories. And we got to launch an organic protein shake called Organic Fuel, and we did a campaign called Save the Bros that did really, really well. I think that kind of helped sort of change my perspective of, what advertising can look like on the internet when you're making like a YouTube video more so than you're making like a 30-second TV commercial. It was a bunch of things all together, but doing the fun work for, the organic industry, I think it opened up my eyes to this sort of gap in funny, bold, hilarious marketing for the health food world. And it was only Monster and Red Bull and Budweiser and Snickers and Cheetos. Like, all the junk food does all the funniest, most irreverent marketing that people remember. It's never for healthy brands. So Liquid Death was a way to kind of take the healthiest thing you can drink and brand it and market it in a way that can actually compete against all the crazy marketing of junk food. Yeah, we just released a campaign called Cutie Polluties, where, we made these actual stuffed animals that are these cute sea creatures that have actually been like totally mauled by single-use plastic. And, we made a funny, like, throwback style 90s kids toy commercial for these really twisted toys that, kind of bringing awareness to the idea that, if plastic pollution isn't curbed, it's going to outweigh fish found pound for pound by the year 2050. And it did really well, millions of views, and we've actually sold over 400 actual dolls at like $75 a piece. So we've done 2 albums now, both under this title Greatest Hates, where we take all of the like craziest internet troll comments that we get from social and use them as lyrics for an actual album. So the first album we did was a heavy metal album, and all the lyrics were these kind of internet troll hate comments. And then the volume 2 that we just released back in, I think it was October, was called it was Greatest Hates Volume 2, and this one was a punk rock album. So we got a bunch of very well-known like punk musicians from bands like the Lawrence Arms and Alkaline Trio and Rise Against, and they wrote this amazing album, and all the lyrics again were internet troll comments. So pretty fun. Probably a piece of advice back when I was in college. I don't remember where it came from, but it was hard work is a waste of time if your idea sucks. I think it's so important to remember that you can work as hard as you want and not sleep and, 100-hour weeks, but if what you're working on is the wrong thing, it doesn't matter how hard you work. So I think it's super important to figure out, how do you know you have a great idea first before you then start putting all the blood, sweat, and tears into it. I guess it depends. I mean, from an entrepreneurial standpoint, like if you want to start your own company, similar to that previous bit of advice, you have to try to figure out a way to test if your idea is actually going to work or is good before anybody's going to give you a bunch of money to go make it. So, it's what we did with Liquid Death. We launched a Facebook page with a $1,500 video we shot and a couple, social posts of this, 3D rendered Liquid Death can that wasn't real. So we had to prove in the real world that this was something people thought was hilarious or awesome or wanted to buy before anybody was going to like invest money for me to go make this crazy thing. So I think even in marketing, if you're working for an agency, I think, some of the smart folks are finding ways to test ideas on social in a lightweight way to get some gauge of like, is this something people are actually going to click on? Like, what are their responses to it before you go and drop all the money to go make the thing? KFC, I feel like, has been doing a lot of really fun marketing work that, it blurs the line where it really feels like entertainment and, doesn't feel like marketing as much as, the typical thing does. But yeah, like I love it when brands are starting to realize like, oh, you can create actual products that people would actually buy, but they also serve a dual role as marketing. It gets people talking about it. So I think that stuff is what I get excited about. It's definitely going to be a big year for us. A lot of fun things. I think we're going to continue to push into the world of how do you create entertainment. And, Red Bull did it with action sports. They got red cameras and filmed skateboarders and snowboarders and motocross guys, and that created legitimate entertainment. I think Liquid Death, our version of entertainment, is not action sports, but does weird internet culture things. Like, are we going to create like an actual cartoon? Could we actually create a horror movie? Like, all these kinds of fun things of like, how can we actually create branded entertainment that's legitimately entertainment, that's not action sports? I'm Mike Cessario of Liquid Death. Thanks for watching On Brand from Muse by Clio.